Titans have been working very, very hard in practice and outside of practice. So stay tuned.
We are here live, Titan Game Day. We have Adonis and Day Williamson, two force of the secondary. Adonis, you lead the team in interceptions with 7. How have you been getting those interceptions this year?
Because they think I'm the youngest in the secondary, so they going to try to pick on my side. So I got to do my thing, lock up.
All right, so Adonis, so if you've been improving a lot this year, what are some things you've been improving as far as your game?
I've been improving on my speed, my work ethic. Trying to be the best corner when I can become a senior, and be the best at everything I do.
All right, so Daddy, you're one of the leaders on the defense. What are some of the points of emphasis and some things that the D's been focusing on this week to stop Franklin Central?
Well, this week was an easy week for us, but it was also a tough week because we just came off a loss game last week. So we was just focusing on who get the ball more, who is the game changer on the offense, and we jotted down 2 people, and 24 is they main person they go to. They main person they give the ball to and stuff, and if we lock him down, they gonna open it up to this our DBs, and our DBs are ready for it wherever they got to come to us.
So, Daddy, how you plan to lock 24 down? Like, is it a different scheme or?
It's the same. It's the same as every week. You run my way, it's either you or me, and I'm not planning on falling.
All right, so what are some personal goals you have for yourself in tonight's game?
My personal goals have for myself being like whoever come my way, no running, helping out the D in any way I can, and that's that.
All right, well, thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Can I get a shout out?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to shout out to my little bro Parks and Greg. I want to shout out to all my seniors. I'm going to miss y'all if we lose, but we ain't taking no L's.
All right, so we're now joined by Greg Johnson and Brian Parks. So, Brian, you lead the team in solo tackles with 30. What are some of the things you contribute to your success as far as getting all those tackles?
Just follow my fundamentals. Like, that's like what led me there. Like, listening to my coaches, being coachable, and breaking down, watching the hips, and that's how I get my tackles.
All right, so explain your mental approach into tonight's game.
My mental approach is just not to lose. Like, before all the zeros go, when the zero's set, just know I gave everything I got, and that I can't take an L. That's my mindset.
Knowing that this is a big time offense you're playing tonight, what is your role tonight?
It's to make tackles for losses. Anything I can do just to contribute to the team. Just be the best defensive player out there.
All right, so Greg, we know you're an elite defensive player, having 6 sacks this year. What are some things you're going to do tonight to make sure you stay on top of your game tonight and wreak havoc in the backfield?
Just fire off the ball, put a move on that tackle and smack that quarterback all night if they even got the guts to pass on our DBs,
All right, speaking of the 6 sacks, you have improved clearly from last year to this year. What have you done in the offseason to help you improve?
Just kept working hard, knowing that I got a team that's as hungry as me, trying to get that state championship. So, I just kept working hard, knowing that there's a goal that needs to be reached.
Good stuff. All right.
Hey, can I get a shout?
Shout
I just want to shout out to all the DBs out there, Adonis, Day and Beck.
Shout out to my D-line. Shout out to my whole team, we're going to get this dub.
We wouldn't be here without y'all.
All right, thank you guys for your time.
Clear those nerves.
I'm just waiting.
There you go, folks. You've heard it from the players. Now let's get technical.
All right, Dallas, what's some of your keys to the game for tonight?
I want the Titans not to try to get into a shootout and try to make them play their ground and pound game. Because I think if they try to go into too much of a shootout, Murray get to slinging the ball, we'll turn it over, and I don't think we can win that
But I think if we could force them into being a pass-heavy team, we can kind of get them into our trap as far as getting our picks and stuff with our DBs. I think we want to kind of let them feel like they know what they're doing, but they
They scored their points by running the ball. That's another thing. We just like if we keep control of the ball for the majority of the game, win time of possession, and make it a field.
So do you want Murray to be a game manager tonight, or do you want him to be a quarterback tonight?
I mean, that's what he does anyway. They don't trust him. He hasn't thrown over 10 passes the whole season. He has 20 passes for the total season. So there's no reason for him to throw that many tonight. With the James
I feel like that's wrong because we never actually have the good looks. I mean, our receivers don't really separate as well. I mean, he doesn't have a good line protection.
So why throw the ball?
But we were to get those advantages tonight. I feel like we can trust him.
I'm saying if that
The
happens,
way you said it felt like you didn't trust whether he had the right tools to do it or not.
there has been some plays that could have been made either by the receiver was dropping the pass or there's been overthrows or underthrows.
Line may not be protecting certain.
I mean, okay, that all comes into why we run the ball when we have good enough running backs, good enough vision, and that are fast enough to not need that much offensive line help to get their yardage.
What kind of impact do you think the weather's going to have on the guys tonight?
I think that's another reason why it's going to be a ground and pound game.
Do you see us kind of using that to our advantage, or do you see us as a like a quote unquote dome team, or do you think we can play outside in the elements?
I think that the way we play is an element type game because we don't.
Well, I feel like the weather is just gonna make them play even harder because they'll want to get out of it.
So, how can I kind of phrase this? Okay, who are some of the people you're looking for to have a big game tonight?
Offensive wise, of course, James Gilbert. I think you'll see more Malik this week too, with the weather and maybe because James taking a pounding a lot. I'm also on defense looking for Dede and Parks to have big games because they are playing the safety position and they can kind of blitz.
Yeah.
With the run, with the offense being run heavy.
October, can we get a score prediction from you tonight?
I feel like the Titans could be like 31 to 25, 26.
Donald?
I have
Through 4 quarters.
Through 4 quarters.
Stop hating. 24-13 Titans.
I got
4
Tech
quarters.
27, Franklin Central 17. He didn't play 4 quarters
What does it say on
I don't
Max
want to hear it.
What does it say on
You
Max
didn't base it off a 3-quarter game.
I don't
you
care.
Did not. All right.
Okay, he may not have based it on a 3-quarter game, but in the end, by the time
He based it off a 4-quarter game.
That was the first correct
going
prediction in Titan game history. It's not going to ruin it.
I'm just giving out a hard time.
You didn't make that right.
3 quarters. 3 quarters.
Okay,
4 quarters. 6.
Okay, guys.